Hi guys, thanks for watching out there. Andy here with today's astrology for Monday the 9th of April 2018. The moon is about to enter Aquarius. That's going to be 7:49 a.m. UK time. In other words, 11:49 p.m. last night Pacific, 2:49 a.m. this morning Eastern, and I'll say it again, 7:49 a.m. UK time. We've just had a Capricorn moon. Now things are a bit more sociable, or at least they're going to be, but it's only 10 minutes away as I speak, so I'm going to say it's happened. People are more interested in knowledge, like to find like-minded people to communicate with, and even if people aren't like-minded, there's a good chance that people will get on okay today. People want freedom, people want independence. Believe it or not, people often find that in a group, actually. A lot of people shy away from groups when that kind of thing is important to them. But today, and for the next couple of days, it's not too bad for that. We have a Pisces moon coming in on Wednesday, but that is not till Wednesday. So there we go, an Aquarius moon. At this moment, she's 41.1% full, waning crescent on her way down. We had third quarter yesterday, the 8th of April at 8:17 a.m. New moon when she's all the way down to zero and starts coming up again, 16th of April, coming up very soon, only a week away at 2:57 a.m. UK time. Let me see, so that is 6:57 p.m. Pacific, 9:57 p.m. Eastern on the 15th, but I'm looking at the 16th because that's where I am. And you know, wherever astrology is, it finds you, it reaches into our lives somehow, particularly if we want to follow it. That's a great thing. A lot of people don't follow it. Well, I think they're missing out on the tricks there, I really do. Okay, anyway, enough of that. The moon is sort of, well, at this very precise moment when I'm on here, the moon is actually void in Capricorn. During a void, best not to do anything that attracts any new action. Best to just work on things that have gone on before. But really, we're just about coming to the end of that void now. Business matters might have been a bit shaky over the last kind of 12 hours, something like that. That wouldn't be much in the UK, I know, but in many parts of the world, that is when the day was going on. Formalities won't really get you anywhere. It wasn't a great time to look for new business. It's probably still a bit like that, but it's easing. Things tend to ease as we get into Aquarius. It's a water sign. It can be quite emotional, actually, but at least things get dealt with, and that's really important. The sun at this moment is squaring Pluto. Pluto, of course, the ruling planet of Scorpio. Now, Scorpios always know how to have a good time, but at the same end of things, transformation is involved. Subconscious behaviours are quite profound in Scorpios. You find a lot of mediumistic people and psychics are actually Scorpios. And there's a thing about renewal and rebirth, which is in all our hearts at the moment, at this time as we're coming into springtime. A springtime in this part of the world, and I know in several other parts of the world, isn't very spring-like. And I remember this song, You Must Believe in Springtime. It's quite a tearjerker. It's an old jazz classic. Look it up. You must believe in springtime, and you must, and I must, and I'm always trying to, because it will come, and the cycle will keep repeating. So don't forget about that rebirth potential that can go on behind all the quarrels, all the difficulties that we have between people. It's all about, you know, being ourselves in this world, making things happen the way they should happen. Mercury void in Aries has been for a little while. This makes people more nervous than usual, not necessarily in a direct way, but circumstances around people can become a bit more ragged than we used to, a little bit more difficult to interpret, and the day can be that bit harder to get through. We're looking at the possibility of extreme weather. We're always looking at that at this time. That is a 2018 thing. There are many videos all over YouTube. Well, why is this happening in 2018? Why is no one talking about it? Quite possibly no one's talking about it because there's probably no point getting worried about it. We've only got records of the weather going back so far. We do know that really at the most extreme, farthest back reaches of our knowledge of physical worldly weather, there have been things like a mini ice age in the Middle Ages and that kind of thing. So what we're seeing is not necessarily anything to be scared of or afraid of. It's worth knowing, but basically don't believe the hype. You know, it's really easy to get upset about this, and this can be like a wind that blows through your life and knackers you. Particularly heightened when Mercury's void in retrograde, when Mercury's void in Aries, and when Mercury is retrograde, which is the case at the moment. Mercury at the moment is just going into the retrograde phase intensified, which happens for the last 5 days before she turns direct. This is more about lessons, more about dotting I's, crossing T's, and tidying up those loose ends, getting them all tied up before we really start moving forward again. At roughly the same time Mercury is going to start moving forward again. That is actually April the 15th, when the day for that is direct, and the Mercury retrograde is completely, totally over and finished on the 4th of May 2018. May the 4th be with you. So we're getting further towards that. Spaceweather.com today. Solar wind speed not much, 355 kilometers a second. The proton density around 7 at the moment. Not very dense, certainly nothing to worry about, but we are looking at a very strong possibility of G1 class geomagnetic storms tomorrow, April the 10th, because there's a huge coronal hole in the face of the sun throwing solar wind at us, and that's when it's due to get here. It puts more electrical charge into the atmosphere. It can make it kind of difficult. It seems to make it a bit difficult for the human brain a bit, actually, but particularly it plays into our electronics and our communications. Don't mistake that one for Mercury retrograde. That's coming up tomorrow. Be ready. It's going to be fine. I'm just letting you know. And with that, we'll bring today's astrology to a close. Thanks very much for watching, folks. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks very much to everyone who has subscribed. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Have a great day. Bye.